University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, half an hour of calisthenics for the little grey cells ahead as two more teams of students play for a place in the second round, or failing that, a place among the four highest scoring losing teams entitled to a second chance. The University of Warwick has as its motto, mind over matter, which perhaps augurs well for tonight's team. The institution is named after the traditional county of Warwickshire rather than the town of Warwick, hence its location on the outskirts of Coventry. Founded in 1965, it quickly developed and quickly lost a reputation for radicalism. It's now very cosy with New Labour and is a leading light in the commercialisation of research, leading some to nickname it Warwick PLC. It boasts some distinctive modern architecture, but a rumour persists that some of its halls of residence are modelled on a Swedish woman's prison, with narrow doors and corridors that are the exact width of a riot shield. Let's meet the four who've been let out tonight.
Hi, I'm Rory Gill, I'm from London and I'm studying English and Italian literature.
Hi, I'm Harold Weiber, I'm from Woodford Green and I'm studying economics.
Their captain.
I'm Daisy Christodoulou, I'm from London and I'm studying English literature.
Hi, I'm Prakash Patel, I'm from Leicester and I'm studying for a PhD in chemistry.
The team representing Emmanuel College, Cambridge, intended to get onto this series last year, but actually didn't turn up to sit our test paper, which is a rather basic failing, you might have thought. At least they've got one step further this year. Emma, as it's generally known, is one of Cambridge's larger colleges with around 600 students. It was founded in 1584 by Sir Walter Mildmay, a chancellor to Elizabeth I. The critic F.R. Leavis was a student there, as were the Tory bigwigs Cecil Parkinson and Tim Yeo, and several prominent players in footlights, including Griff Rhys-Jones, Rory McGrath and Graham Chapman. Let's meet the Emmanuel team.
Hi, I'm Pete Inglesby. I'm from Wolverhampton and I'm studying maths.
I'm Julia Galastro. I'm from Edinburgh and I'm studying history.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Gloria Dawson. I live in Oxfordshire and I'm reading English.
Hi, I'm James Robinson. I'm from London and I'm studying physics.
OK, you all know the rules, so fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What word of four letters can mean a crystalline mineral such as calcite, a stout pole, ship's mast or longitudinal beam in an aircraft wing, and to fight using light blows?
Emmanuel Robinson.
Spar.
Spar is right. The first set of bonuses tonight are on history. The title of a 1923 work by Müller van den Broek. What two-word term was used by the Nazis as a political slogan and has become a near synonym for Hitler's Germany?
Two-word. What is it? Two-word term. Third Reich? Maybe. Should we try that?
I don't know.
Third Reich.
Correct. Which French philosopher wrote in 1756, this agglomeration, which called itself and still calls itself the Holy Roman Empire, was in no way holy, nor Roman, nor an empire?
What was that? I don't know. Okay. Any idea?
No, I'm sorry.
17, what's the date?
1756.
1756. Let's try Voltaire.
It was. The Second Reich, or German Empire, lasted for how many years? You can have 5 years either way.
10, 15, probably. I'd say not really.
Okay.
10, 15.
Yeah. What do you say?
10 or 15 maybe.
Okay, 15.
No, it lasted 47 years. 10 points for this. A sensible and courageous rabbit called Hazel and his psychic brother Fiver are two of the leading characters.
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Watership Down.
In Watership Down, yes. Your bonuses are on a humorous writer. The following lines were both written by and refer to which writer born in 1812. He reads, but he cannot speak Spanish. He cannot abide ginger beer. Ere the days of his pilgrimage vanish. How pleasant to know whom?
Edward Lear.
Mr. Lear is right. Lear's acclaimed 1832 work, The Family of the Psittacidae, is an example of his work in what field outside that of literature?
Botany or, like, sorry, zoology?
Yeah, what is Cicadidae?
I like Cicada.
Entomology.
Yeah.
Okay. Entomology?
No, it's illustration or painting. What two-word term coined by Lear is generally defined as a fork with 3 prongs, such as a pickle fork, which is curved somewhat like a scoop and also has a cutting edge?
A runcible spoon.
Correct. 10 points for this. From the Greek for race, what name is given in biological classification to the taxonomic rank between kingdom and class, and in linguistics to a group of languages?
Warwick Patel.
Phylum.
Phylum is right, yes. So you're off the mark and your bonuses are on meteorology. In the 19th century, the Australian scientist Clement Lindley Wragg established the convention of giving names, some reportedly derived from politicians he disliked, to which natural phenomena?
Hurricanes?
Hurricanes or cyclones is right. Carmen, the 1974 Category 4 hurricane that hit the Yucatan Peninsula and Louisiana, improved the fortunes of which character in a Winston Groom novel filmed in 1994?
Sorry, don't know.
That was Forrest Gump. In the event of one season's hurricanes using all the personal forenames assigned to them, the World Meteorological Association announced in 2005 that it would follow Wragg's suggestion of using what designation?
Greek letters.
Sorry?
Greek letters.
Greek letters.
Letters of the Greek alphabet is correct. 10 points for this starter question. Promoted in 2005 to the position of Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of coordinating domestic economic and national security policy, which US political consultant became embroiled in the Valerie Plame scandal, being accused of having disclosed...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Karl Rove.
Karl Rove is right. Your bonuses, Emmanuel, are on architectural styles, firstly, for 5. Now a museum in Istanbul, the Church of Holy Wisdom, or Hagia Sophia, is a prominent example of which architectural style?
Byzantine?
It's got a big
Yeah.
dome.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Byzantine.
Correct. Taking its name from that of a monarch who reigned from 1495, Manueline was a lavish style of architectural ornamentation indigenous to which country?
Any others? Manually. Okay. Spain.
No, it's Portugal. Noted for their work on palaces and churches in Rome, Gian Lorenzo Bernini and Francesco Borromini were noted exponents of what style of architecture?
something Renaissance.
Baroque.
Baroque is correct. We're going to take our first picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a photograph of a designer handbag. For 10 points, I want you to name the actress who, by carrying this bag, gave it both cult status and its popular name. You may not confer.
Emmanuel Dawson.
Jane Birkin.
No, anyone want to buzz from Warwick?
Warwick Christodoulou.
Prada.
No, that is a Kelly bag named after Grace Kelly, so picture bonuses shortly. 10 points for the starter question. Give the single word that completes this proverb said to occur in various languages. Experience is a comb that nature gives to men when they are...
Warwick Christodoulou.
Bald.
Yes. OK, picture bonuses, 3 more apparently desirable handbags. 5 points if you can tell me the name of the fashion house which created the bag. Firstly, this.
Gucci.
No, apparently that's a Fendi bag. Secondly, the make or model of this bag, which played a central role in an episode of Sex and the City.
What do you reckon? Prada? Should I go Prada for this one? Or, what do you reckon? Prada? Prada.
No, that's Hermes. It's a Birkin bag, apparently. And finally, this bag.
Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton.
No, apparently that's a Chanel. Why do you be expected to know that? I've no idea. Right, 10 points for this. Which adjective derives from the Latin for hinge and is applied to, among other things, the humours of the body, the points of the compass, virtues and sins?
Warwick Christodoulou.
Cardinal.
Cardinal is right. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on biology. In eukaryotic cells, which organelle contains the molecular apparatus for oxidative phosphorylation?
Mitochondria. Yeah. Mitochondria.
Correct. Mitochondria are thought to be descendants of bacteria which were engulfed by early cells in what process? Its name meaning inside and living together.
Biosmiths together. Inside. Is it
Come on.
Synthesis? Infrasynthesis?
No, it's endosymbiosis. Finally, which other cell organelle responsible for photosynthesis in plants is also thought to be the result of endosymbiosis?
Chloroplasts.
Well done. 10 points for this. His birth traditionally placed in the 7th century BCE, Jimmu Tenno is regarded as...
Warwick Gill.
Buddha.
No, you lose 5 points. Is regarded as the founder and first emperor of which Asian country? One of you may buzz. Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Dawson.
Manchuria.
No, it's Japan. 10 points for this. Who's being described? Born 1546, he established an observatory at Uraniborg in Denmark and devised a compromise between the Copernican and Ptolemaic systems of the universe in which...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Kepler.
No, you lose 5 points. In which 5 planets orbit the Sun, but the Sun in turn orbits a stationary Earth. He is popularly remembered for losing his nose in a duel in 1566.
Warwick Patel.
Tycho Brahe.
Tycho Brahe is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on places. A fashionable resort patronised by Napoleon III and Edward VII. Which German spa lies along the Ouse River in the western foothills of the Black Forest?
Baden-Baden.
Correct, that gives you the lead. In which American state is Badwater, a salt pool lying 85 metres below sea level and a popular tourist attraction as one of the lowest points in the Western Hemisphere?
Utah, we think.
California.
Do you think? California. California?
California's right. The ancient town of Badulla is the centre of the extensive tea estates in which Asian country?
China, India. What do you think? China, India? India.
No, it's Sri Lanka. 10 points for this. Which tradition inaugurated in Plymouth Colony in 1621 when men of the Wampanoag tribe sat down...
Warwick Weber.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is right. Your bonuses are on a name. Which writer of short stories, born Catherine Beecham in New Zealand in 1888, married the editor John Middleton Murray?
Catherine Mansfield. Janet Farine. Catherine, do you think it's Catherine Mansfield? Catherine Mansfield?
Correct. Mount Mansfield is the highest point in which state of the USA whose capital is Montpellier?
Is it Montpellier the capital? It's one of the East Coast ones, I think. Is it North?
Is it East Coast?
I think it's further east than Dakota.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have an answer.
Sorry, North Dakota.
No, it's Vermont. In a Sunday Times interview in 2000, which British politician said of the American actress Jane Mansfield, "It was not totally inconceivable that she could have joined me as my wife in number 10 Downing Street"?
In 2000. Andrew Folds was an actor.
Come on.
Andrew Folds?
Andrew Foles. No, it was Edward Heath. Dream on, Ted. Right, 10 points for this. Described as one of the architectural wonders of Scotland, Dunmore Park in Falkirk has an 18th century folly attributed to Sir William Chambers, of which the cupola, or cupola, takes what distinctive form?
Warwick Gill.
A square.
No, anyone want to buzz from Emmanuel?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Octagonal.
No, it's shaped like a pineapple. Which British Prime Minister published the volumes of autobiography entitled The Blast of War, Riding the Storm?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Winston Churchill.
No, you lose 5 points. Winds of Change and At the End of the Day between 1966 and 75. You may not confer one.
Warwick Gill.
Chamberlain.
No, it was Harold Macmillan. Chamberlain was long dead. 10 points for this. A strategic route controlling ocean traffic to the oil terminals of the Gulf. Which sea passage between Iran and the Musandam Peninsula of Oman links the Arabian Gulf to the Arabian Sea?
Warwick Christodoulou.
The Bosphorus.
The Boss... No, anyone to buzz from Emmanuel? It's the Strait of Hormuz. Right, 10 points for this. White tin, which is metallic and stable above 13.2 degrees Celsius, and grey tin, which is non-metallic and stable below 13.2 degrees Celsius, may be described by what term, denoting...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Isotopes.
No, you lose 5 points. By what term, denoting the different forms an element can take, usually because of variations in the crystal structure? You may not confer.
Warwick Patel.
Allotrope is right, yes. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on Tudor executions. The son of a poet, which soldier led a revolt of Kentish men against Mary I in 1554, but was captured and executed when his army disintegrated?
I think it's Sydney's son, but I'm... Sydney?
No, it was Sir Thomas Wyatt. Thomas Howard, Duke of Norfolk, was executed in 1572 for his part in which plot to murder Elizabeth I, usually named after an Italian banker?
Did you know the Italian banker?
Come on. Let's have an answer, please.
Messina.
No, it's the Ridolfi plot. Which former Archbishop of London was burned at the stake with Hugh Latimer in 1555, having refused in debate at Oxford to acknowledge Catholic doctrines?
Chalfont.
No, it's Nicholas Ridley. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear an extract from a well-known piece of music. For 10 points, all you have to do is tell me the name of the song.
Warwick Webber.
You'll Never Walk Alone.
Indeed, from Carousel. You'll be aware that's associated with Liverpool Football Club. Your bonus questions, 3 more extracts from songs associated with Premiership football teams. In each case, I want you to tell me the name of both the song and the club. Here's the first for 5 points.
Here at the bridge where the rain all flies, we can shine all the time. Home or away, come and see us play. You're welcome any day.
Chelsea, at the bridge.
No, it's Blue is the Colour and Chelsea. Here's the second.
When we got the wheel put on, away we went again. Them that had their noses broken to go back out again. Some went to the dispensary and some to Dr. Gibbs, and some went to the infirmary to mend the broken ribs. Oh lads, you should have seen us cannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there and always smiling.
Let's have an answer.
Here we go, Everton.
Everton, here we go.
No, it's Newcastle, Blade and Races. And finally for 5.
West Ham United, I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this. Identify the author of these lines. Music, when soft voices die, vibrates in the memory. Odours, when sweet violets sicken, live within the sense they quicken.
Warwick Christodoulou.
Keats.
Know anybody want to buzz from Emmanuel?
Emmanuel Dawson.
Shakespeare.
No, it's Shelley. 10 points for this. With Black Down at about 325 metres as its highest point, which range of limestone hills in southwest England is noted for its extensive underground caverns?
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Mendips.
The Mendips is right, yes. Your bonuses are on the history of mathematics. In each case, I want the decade in which the following works were first published. Firstly, Principia Mathematica, volumes 1 to 3 by Alfred North Whitehead and Bertrand Russell.
30 or 20? 1930, 1920.
Earlier than 1920 or 30.
I think it was 1920s, perhaps.
I think 20s. But
Keep going.
OK, 1920s. 1920s.
No, it's the 1910s, 1910 to 13 specifically. Second, Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica by Isaac Newton.
1660s.
1660s, do you agree? 1660s.
No, it's the 1680s, 1687. Finally, Stephen Wolfram's Mathematica version 5.2.
It's going to be either 1990s or 2000s. So go.
What are we going
I
for?
think 2000s.
2000s.
The current decade is correct, yes, 2005. 10 points for this. Azania was a word used by liberation movements and formerly by the People's Republic of China to refer to which African country?
Warwick Christodoulou.
South Africa?
It was South Africa, yes. Your bonuses, Warwick, are on pioneering women. The London and National Society for Women's Service, a group campaigning for women's equality, was renamed in 1953 after which feminist, the founder of Newnham College, Cambridge?
Pankhurst didn't found Newnham College, did she? Who founded Newnham College?
I don't know.
Should we go for Pankhurst anyway? Sylvia Pankhurst.
No, it was the Fawcett Society, Dame Millicent Fawcett. Dame Millicent was the younger sister of which pioneer who sought the admission of women into professional education, especially medicine?
What do you think? Got any idea?
Come on.
No, sorry.
That was Elizabeth Garrett Anderson. And finally, Dame Millicent's husband, Henry, was appointed Postmaster General in 1880 and introduced the sixpenny telegram, the parcel post, and which money transfer facility?
Any ideas? Money transfer? Check? No. Telegram? The telegram.
So it's the postal order. 10 points for this. Introduced by an Act of Parliament in 1973, what name is given to a term of imprisonment ordered not to take effect immediately?
Emmanuel Inglesby.
A suspended sentence.
Correct. Your bonuses are on an explorer, Emmanuel. Beginning his voyage in 1893, who attempted to reach the North Pole by drifting in ice across the polar basin in the Fram, a specially constructed crush-resistant vessel?
Shackleton.
No, that was Nansen. Used in oceanography, what is the particular function of the sealable cylinder known as a Nansen bottle?
That's a special function of it.
Probably for exploring deep sea floors.
Pressure resistant then. Pressure resistant?
No, it's for collecting sea samples. The Nansen passport was a document issued in the years after the First World War to which group of people?
First World War. Refugees.
All soldiers being demobbed, I don't know.
Let's try refugees going home. OK, refugees going home.
Refugees or stateless persons is correct. Right, we're going to take a second picture round. You're going to see a map showing a city in southern India. For 10 points, I want you to tell me the name of the city.
Warwick Patel.
Chennai.
Chennai, or Madras as it formerly was, yes. Your picture bonus is you'll see a map, this time showing 3 states in southern India. 5 points for each one. You can name firstly...
Kerala.
Kerala?
Yeah.
Kerala.
Correct. Secondly for 5.
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Correct. And finally, this small state.
Goa.
Spot on. 10 points for this. What adjective, meaning faithful, unchanging or dependable, is used in mathematics as a noun to indicate a component of a relationship between variables that does not change its value?
Warwick Gill.
Constant is correct. Your bonuses are on metric prefixes. In each case, give me the power of 10 signified by the following prefix. Firstly, for 5 points, Peter. P-E-T-A.
Peter. P-T-A before 500. Peter. Do you not know?
I don't know what the question
Come on.
It's a prefix to a number. Peter.
what's the question again?
Oh, no, I'm not repeating these questions all the time. Listen.
I don't know, 8 minus 8.
Minus 8.
No, it's 10 to the 15. Secondly, Zepto. Z-E-P-T-O.
15.
No, you said 15.
10 to the 20.
No, it's 10 to the minus 21. And finally, Terra, T-E-R-A.
It's big. It's thousands.
12.
10 to the 12.
10 to 12.
10 to the 12.
10 to the 12 is right. 5 minutes to go. 10 points for this. Born in Chicago in 1926, which novelist is noted for the works Imaginary Friends, Foreign Affairs, and The Truth About Lauren Jones?
Warwick Christodoulou.
Janet Frame.
No, anyone want to buzz from Emmanuel? No, it's Alison Lurie. 10 points for this. 6.626 times 10 to the minus 34 joule seconds and 5 times 10 to the minus 44 seconds are quantities named after which German...
Emmanuel Inglesby.
Planck.
Planck is right. Your bonuses, Emmanuel, are on staircases in the arts. Nude Descending a Staircase number 2 was the title given to a work of 1912 by which French artist?
Right, I know. It's French artist. It's not Picasso. No, it's a cubist. French cubist. Braque.
No, it's Marcel Duchamp. Stairway to Heaven was the title given to the American release of which Powell and Pressburger film, starring David Niven as a World War II pilot?
No idea. Sorry.
Come on.
No.
That's a matter of life and death. And finally, a wall carving in so-called flattened relief, the Madonna of the Stairs, is one of the earliest extant works of which Renaissance artist born in Caprese in 1475?
Any idea? No, it's later than I'm going to go for something like Botticelli.
Come on.
Fra Angelico.
No, it was Michelangelo. 10 points for this. Marcus Aurelius, Oliver Cromwell, King Arthur and Albus Dumbledore are among the film roles...
Warwick Gill.
Richard Harris.
Well done. Your bonuses are on regions of Spain. Which region includes the provinces of Huesca and Zaragoza and is bounded to the north by the Pyrenees and to the east by Catalonia and Valencia?
Aragon.
Correct. Santiago de Compostela is the capital of which autonomous region of northwestern Spain?
Galicia.
Correct. Which city and port on Cape Mayor is the capital of Cantabria?
Seville.
No, it's Santander. 10 points for this. What is the standard dictionary spelling of the third person non-personal possessive adjective?
Warwick Gill.
HIS.
No, anyone to buzz?
Emmanuel Inglesby.
WHOSE.
No, it's ITS. 10 points for this. What is the largest denomination of euro coins?
Warwick Gill.
2 euros.
2 euros is right. Your bonuses are on Kings of England. Which king was the youngest son of William the Conqueror and succeeded to the throne in 1100 during the absence on crusade of his elder brother, Robert of Normandy?
William II. No.
Is it not Henry?
Come on.
William II.
No, it was Henry I. Henry IV succeeded to the throne in 1399 as the grandson of which English king? Come on.
Edward III?
Correct. Which king was less than a year old when he succeeded to the throne in 1422 and was proclaimed King of France 1 month later?
Henry VI.
Correct. 10 points for this. The word sesquicentenary refers to an anniversary of how many years?
Emmanuel Robinson.
600?
No, anyone want to buzz from Warwick?
Warwick Christodoulou.
500.
No, it's 150. 10 points for this. What vegetable is the distinguishing feature of a dish described as Florentine?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Spinach.
Correct. Your bonuses are on particle physics. J.J. Thomson is credited with discovering which particle in 1897, the first fundamental particle to be identified? Come on.
Electron.
Correct. What are the two heavier counterparts of the electron, which along with neutrinos form the lepton family?
Probably proton and neutron. Okay.
Proton and neutron.
No, it's the muon and the tau. In the theory of supersymmetry, all the known fundamental particles have superpartners. What is the superpartner of a lepton called?
A hepton.
No, it's a slepton. 10 points for this. Grave is an appellation from which large French wine-producing region?
Warwick Christodoulou.
Champagne.
No, anyone want to buzz from Emmanuel?
Emmanuel Galastro.
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux is right. Your bonuses are on Wanderers. Firstly for 5. Built near Port Jefferson as a pleasure yacht, the Wanderer became, when it returned from Africa in 1888, one of the last ships to import which cargo into the United States?
Slaves.
Correct. A lament for the transience of life, The Wanderer is among a group of shorter poems copied into a manuscript around 970 and presented by Bishop Leofric to which English cathedral? You had to be quick. Come on, come on. Oh, and gone. Emmanuel have 115. Warwick have 195. You're just a bit slow off the mark, I think, Emmanuel. Maybe on a different day you'd have been a bit quicker, but I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to you. Thank you, though, for playing. You did at least get up in time to make the selection test this time, which is a bit of an achievement. Warwick, 195, very good score. We should look forward to seeing you in the next stage of the contest. I hope you can join us next time for another match, but until then, it's goodbye from Emmanuel College, Cambridge.
Bye. Bye.
It's goodbye from Warwick University.
Bye. Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Fancy some fish and chips? Take a new look at this humble but classic dish with a chef in search of perfection. Heston Blumenthal, tomorrow at 8:30. Next tonight on BBC Two, tough decisions in Lock Them Up or Let Them Out.